So these are some of the things that I kind of learned and realized while preparing for fights. The first thing is, so I'm just going to focus on the week before the fight. I feel like, so let's say the fight is on a Saturday and like it's Monday. Yeah, I feel like this is something I'm still experimenting with because I keep messing it up. So these are some of the things that these are some of the ways that I've messed up, like the week before the fight. These things that you should kind of keep in mind and not do if you're preparing for a tournament or something major. And I'll tell you about the time I got away with it off, like, yeah. So the first thing I did, one of the first fights I was preparing for, it was like 1 week in. I think for that fight, I didn't even need to cut weight. I was just fighting at my walking weight here. But I overtrained. I mean, like, to that, like, I kept the intensity up, and okay, I don't know, like, every, every week, every week of the fight, like, so the Saturday week of the fight, like on Mondays, I feel amazing. My body's great. My energy is up here. Everything just feels amazing. Everything just feels right. So, but let's say come fight day, I'm in shit condition. I mean, like, I've trashed my body. Mistake number one: don't overtrain on the week leading to the fight. Like, don't overtrain. Keep the intensity high, but like the time to like a very very minimum. Like, let's say maximum 1 hour. Yeah. So number one, don't overtrain. And then the second mistake I did was, because I remember the first one, like, I trained so hard that let's say Thursday my entire body was in pain. I was just in bed. Friday I was still in pain. Like, my muscles were still very very sore. I was still in pain. So the fight day came, like, your body is still trash. You're still in recovery. Like, you don't want to do so much that it takes your body like 4 or 5 days to recover. You don't want to do it that much. Yeah, you can train crazy other weeks leading up. It can be a month, but I don't know, 2 weeks before maybe. But within 2 weeks, 1 week, like, just relax, man. Relax, just relax. Mistake number two. This one really messed me up. You are not a marathon runner. You are a fighter. I remember I was talking to my coach, like, hey coach, I'm like, this time I was making weight. Coach, I've made weight. Yeah, we were talking on a Tuesday. Wednesday, on a Thursday I go running. I do a 20-kilometer run. Friday my legs are my legs are in pain. But so it's like, I don't know. It wasn't so much the 20-kilometer run because I do those a lot and like I kind of get away with them. But it was in conjunction with everything else, because like now I was doing squats, leg, I don't know, lunges and all these other exercises, like, which are lower body heavy, and I feel like running has got its time. If it's leading up to a fight, you want all your energy, you want your cardio to be high, but minimize how much you run. Yeah, you're preparing for your fight, not for your marathon. So the week of the fight, if you're gonna run, maybe, I don't know, just minimize that. Just do something normal, like a 5-kilometer ride. That's something I never do though, but just do something like that. I remember the fight day came and my legs were still in pain. I could feel my veins, like my calves just still in pain. That was mistake number two. And the time when that worked out was when I was preparing for a bodybuilding event. I was entering the men's classic physique, and the actual day of the competition, because I had 1 week to prepare. The actual day of the competition, I did a 20-kilometer marathon. Didn't even mean that. Yeah. Oh shit, people run. Yeah, 20-kilometer marathon, and that was in the morning, around, let's say around 6. By 7:50 something I was done home. Yeah, freshened up, did some push-ups, worked up like crazy. And if you're preparing for like a bodybuilding event, on the actual day, these are the two muscle groups you don't want to work out. Number one, your abs. Like you lose muscle definition if you like work out your abs on the actual day. They'll be all puffy and whatnot. And number two, your legs, your thighs, to be quite precise. Don't just these two muscle groups. Just don't stress them out on the day when you need to be on stage. Don't stress them out. And The other mistake I made for this other week, wow, what was that? Come on, This was more recent. We're preparing for the national boxing tournament, and our club was hosting it. And the mistake I did made was, I feel like expectation. I don't know if it was expectations or whatever. So like Monday, I'm feeling great, and I get to hear like, okay, cool. We're gonna have to, okay, like, how can I put this? 3 months before this fight, I mean, no, not 3 months, 2 months before. Was it 2 months? I don't know. Like 2 months before that, I didn't get a fight because no one was in my weight class. And later on, like they announced, okay, cool. We've pre-matched you with somebody who is in your weight class. It was kind of hard for me to find people in my own weight class because of how much I weigh. Not that much at all, 75 kg, which was like, I don't know. It's like the local scene, the national scene, or the local scene, with little fighters from 55 kg to up to like, let's say 69 kg. Like there's a lot of athletes in this weight class. 75, 71 going up. Like, no, I don't know. I don't know, because like the punches get heavier and it's more bloody. So like people just don't want to mess around in this weight class going up there. Yeah, a lot of like, maybe in the pro scene it's crazy, but in the amateur scene, like, I don't know. So it's not really something that we do have much of. Yeah. So the thing that I did was, I was preparing to fight. My walking weight. I kind of managed to drop my weight. For those who are following my journey, from going from 104 kg, I'm now at 70. I'm now walking at 78 kg. You know. So, and most days I'm at 80, but 78 is like, that's where I mostly am at here. Because of like consistency in training, yeah. And I was thinking, okay, cool, let me drop it to 75. That was like a Tuesday. I checked my weight, I'm at 78. Cool, that's like my normal weight, because no matter how much I wake out, I run, whatever, that's where my body's consistently at. And the mistake I made was, when is it, Thursday, Thursday to Friday, like Saturday there's a fight happening. Thursday I dropped my weight. I started dropping my weight. In 2 days I dropped about 4 kg. And I remember it was a Friday evening. I remember trying to get on the scale, and I'm at 74. I'm kind of a bit lower than where I was planning on being. And I remember trying to stand up. I'm just being, and my body just being just like, I don't know, shaky, kind of like shivering a bit. And I didn't realize at the time, but apparently I kind of dropped my blood sugar levels really, really low, because I increased the intensity of my training and kind of reduced on water and food, and I was dehydrated, and that was a really, really bad thing to do to yourself. And here's what they never tell you. So the next day I still felt like really, really, I don't know, I lost energy, was slightly dizzy, didn't feel like myself. I was lighter, I felt fast, yeah, I felt fast, but it drained me, like, I don't know. My sugar levels dropped so high, like I was having mood swings. I had difficulty sleeping at night, you know. That's how bad it was. And here's the thing that they never tell you: no matter how crazy, like if you do a crazy weight drop, like no matter how much you eat the day, like the same day, like you won't gain back in most of that weight. Like most of that food will just pass through you. Maybe you gain back a couple grams, whatever. Your weight might show like it has gone up to like 2 kg, but after like, I don't know, you take a shit on pee, whatever, like your weight is still gonna be in the same range. So you don't fast struggle, you won't gain back all your energy and strength on like overnight, like that crazy. So the point is, just be careful when you're cutting weight. Don't cut too much. Be mindful of how you cut your weight. Yeah, that's something that you need to keep in mind. Just be mindful. Really, just be mindful. And the other thing, what other stuff can I don't know. And I feel like participating in local events and national events, there's a big difference. I felt like for the local events, they were more friendly, they were more fun, they were more about skill. I don't know. You got to see people play around, shine in the fights. But when the national level was, I feel like the intention was different. Like there were some fights were fights. Some fights were like executions. You know, like that. This guy's trying to kill that opponent. Like this guy's trying to kill your fighter. You know, it was crazy because I got to see guys from the national team and other guys from, I don't know, other federations pull up, because this was like everyone was like competing to get into the national team and whatnot. Although I didn't get to fight this one because weight class issues, Yeah, so the issue was, so that I had two options. If I stay in the same weight class, I have to wait like maybe like there's only one other guy in the same weight class as me. Or if I go down one weight class, there's a champ there and there's a lot of other guys who are really crazy at what they do. Like, yeah. And if I, or it's either that or the big guys like 80, 85, whatever, they start coming down to my weight class. Just it's never fun when that shit happens. But like, it's kind of like was this back and forth thing to where, but I remember on the actual day of the weigh-ins, I was actually I mean I was even in a lower weight class because of how extreme my cutting was. I was in a lower assist, and I feel like thank God I didn't get a fight because that condition was, I wasn't in the best mental condition. Like everything leading to that, the strength, the speed, the technique, the skill, everything was there, and just by dropping too much weight in a very short time, like I messed up all my hard work. Like all my hard work went throughout, just throwing it all out, or doing something simple. So certain things might seem so like from what I learned, I feel like the best approach is, if you're gonna drop weight in the actual week or 2 days before, just drop a kg. Don't go drop a kg and a half or so. Don't go beyond 2 kg, 3 kg, 4 kg, like I did 4 kg the day before the fight. That's too extreme. Unless, because the way we're doing it was, you're weighing around 10 and you're fighting around 13. So it's like you're weighing and fighting in the same day. I feel like maybe you can be more extreme if like it's you're weighing in today and fighting tomorrow. Yeah, you can, like, so you have got enough time to kind of like recover. Yeah, and also the more you lose weight, you're also losing energy. Keep that in mind. Yeah, there's a certain point where there's a certain threshold where your body performs great, and if everything below that is affecting yourself, and also you also risk dehydration, kind of increases your chances of getting knocked out. Yeah, so that's something you should always keep in mind. You wanna go to sleep in front of your friends. These fights, okay, I don't know. I got to be close enough to see the action, the violence, and just being next to the other fighters. And he's going into a fight like a pro fight or like an amateur fight at a national level. Don't treat it like your regular I don't know, sparring session at your club or whatever, or wherever you train, whereby, like, I don't know, if you bleed out, you feel someone will show I don't know, empathy or whatever. These guys are hitting to kill. They're aiming to destroy you very like I'm next to one of the coaches, like the guy is like prepping to about to go in like in a minute or so, and like, okay, cool, hard on the ribs, break those ribs, like that. Yes, like you can actually feel the intent to destroy, the intent to destroy. I feel like you need to, I feel like you need to have simulated the actual hard sparring before you actually go in there. If you're doing light sparring and light on the pads as well and light on the bag, you're doomed. So I got to see some of the most skilled fighters. Like, they're skilled, but because they haven't really gone at it at full strength, they were kind of in shock when that shit happened. And I've been got to see some guys who are like, MMA MMA guys, who some of my teammates actually, who I've won multiple fights by KOs, and like just have a hard time competing with some of these guys, because it's crazy out there. It's crazy on a national level. These are the best. Some of these guys are the best of the best, and you also have to kind of improve your game as well. And you also have to be there. You have to be ready to actually fight. I feel like treat it as like a fight to the death. You have to be ready for actual impact, for a lot of destruction. You have to be ready. You have to be ready to punch someone ensure they can kind of black out, and also receive punches that might make you black out. I feel like going into that, you have to make peace with getting punched, like going to a boxing fight or a fight in any full contact sport. You have to make peace with the fact that you're gonna get hit. And so, and don't go in, I feel like if I go to see like fighters, like once they get hit, they go in shock, or once you see your own blood, like you haven't seen you've never actually, no one has ever made you bleed before. When you see your own blood and you're going to shock, or you don't know what to do next, I feel like. And I also go to see fighters. One of my friends, he did a really great job. Like he got like really crazy cut on his eye, and this guy just kept throwing punches like he didn't give a shit. You know, that's the type of spirit you need to have, like a warrior spirit, whereby like something that should have made you stop, should have made you pause, shouldn't even phase you. Like keep going, like this is nothing, you know. And another guy on the other end is like, what? I just gave you my hardest punch, and this guy is still coming. Come on, it's a mindset, it's a mental thing. This is warfare, and first of all, you're not made out of glass, so like whatever the punch might take, it won't kill you. Maybe it might knock you down, but it won't kill you. It won't do shit to you. I feel like I remember it took me quite a bit of time to get comfortable with actually getting punched in the face. It took time for me to actually. I used to like blink because my and do other damn shit. But now I'm just more comfortable with it. Like I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable taking. I feel like I've been comfortable taking a punch slightly to the eye and still going like nothing happened. Kind of adjusting my eye. Wow, still throwing punches and still defending. It's with, I don't know. It kind of works out with time, and also having more realistic sparring sessions. Yeah, that kind of does help out a lot. And thanks for watching whatever this is.